Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to continue our Windows concepts. So first of all, if you remember last time in the last video we have seen that how we could use the RDP to connect one computer to the another computer graphically, but I forgot to explain you about it that there is also one service named as Telnet or SSH, which is being used to control a different device, whether a computer, whether a device like a router or a switch or a firewall, command line. Like if you use Telnet or SSH, you will only get the CMD access of someone's computer. Like I'll just be able to get this black screen access of attacker. So if I just IP config, what I'll be able to do is just I could type some commands over the attacker computer. I'll not be able to control it graphically. No, just this I can see of attacker. So maybe you will see that, yeah, you will say that for computers it's not that much usable, but in the graphical you have a lot of options to do basically, but in the command line you will feel yourself limited if you're not that much strong with the command line. But yes, the devices like routers, switches, sometimes that devices do not have a graphical interface, so there you just have to use the Telnet or SSH, right? So maybe in the future as well we would also see that how we could use the Telnet or SSH, but the graphical, the RDP is the best if you have that, if you're doing it over the Windows. So Windows to Windows, RDP is good, but when you're controlling a command line device, there we need to learn about the Telnet or SSH. Now let's first of all see that how we could create a multiple users into a computer. Like if you're working into a company where first day shift comes up and someone else uses that computer, and then the evening shift comes up and someone else uses that computer. So there is always a different user accounts. For right now, if you see, there is a victim user. If I do and switch user or log off, you would also see that there is two users present there in this computer. One is the victim and one is the Vishal. So I just log in the victim. So how I could create more users there in this computer? So I can right click on the my computer, manage, and I go to local users, and here I can right click new username, maybe with the name of Tom, and password 123, password never expires, and create. That's it. So the Tom user is being created. Let me delete this Vishal user. So we have two users now, one is Tom and one is victim. Okay, so now if we first of all verify, yes, we have one Tom and one victim. But now if the Tom comes up, he could also access all the files present in this computer, and when the victim comes up and victim login in this computer, he could also access, like let me create one folder here in the C drive and create one text file here, dummy file, save and close. So both the users can access this folder and file. Now maybe this is I am a victim user and this is my confidential file. I do not want that the Tom user should access it. Maybe I am saving my credit card details or anything which is confidential to me. So what I could do, I can just right click on this folder, properties, advanced, and encrypt content to secure the data. Now you need to understand one concept, that whom the user, like which user encrypt it, only he could access it. All other users could not access this folder. So I am encrypting it from the victim user. Okay, apply and okay, that's it. It becomes green. So I can open it and I can see the file, but let me do the log off or switch user. And if I log in the Tom user 123, so if I go to C drive and double click this folder, I'm able to enter the folder, but when I open the file, access is denied because this folder is not encrypted by me. So same way I could also create another folder here and give and this is a tom file, save. Now if I encrypt this folder, like I go to properties, advanced, encrypt, apply, and okay, it's also green. So this one I could open it, but when I'll again log off or switch user and log in with the victim now, victim cannot access this folder. So if I go to C drive, new folder 2, if I open it, it says access denied. So this is a basic encryption which there is a feature already present in the Windows which we could use like this way to segregate our data with the other users if they use this same computer. Now let me show you one thing more way into a more detailed manner. Like if there is a folder, like I am a victim user, I'm creating a new folder with the name of new, and I put a notepad file in it and enter something, any crappy data, and now I go to properties, and where we see the sharing, there we go to the security, and here I can choose specifically on the user names that which user have which permissions over it, detailed permissions. Like right now here there is no victim and there is no Tom. So let me click on the edit and add the Tom user, and I want to add the victim user. So victim and Tom both are added. Okay, so on the Tom, like I want to, which permission you want to, like read permission I want to give, list read, but I do not want to give the write permission. As you can see, the write is denied. Only the read, list and execute, apply. So I want to give the read permission that the Tom user can see the content, but he cannot type anything, he cannot delete my data, or he cannot change anything. But on the victim user, I want full control myself. I can modify, read, write, I can do anything I want. But Tom, only read, execute and read, that's it. Okay, okay, and let's see. So we created the folder in the new. So here I can change something as well and save. I'm able to save it. I can do any changes and I can open as well, and I can do the changes as well as being a victim. But if I go to the Tom user, then I go to my computer, C drive, in the new, I have the read permissions, I can open it, but if I try to add some data, I cannot save it. I have to save as a new file. I cannot save in this. No. So the thing is that I am able to only read this file, but I'm not able to do any changes with this file. And even if I do right click and I'm not able to create any folder. I'm needing the password of the victim to create any folder or file in the new. So I cannot do any changes with within the folder new without just reading the content. So this is the detailed file permissions as well, which you have seen there in the Windows. So let me go back and let me show you one thing more which is important to be seen in the user concepts or the user segregation. So when we have created a user account in the users, by default the user is being created is a normal users. It do not have a power permissions, or like we can add administrators group as well, like advanced, find now. We can add it in the administrators, apply, and now this is a member of administrator as well. It have lot of powers as well, that we can do anything in this by logging in the Tom user as well. Like let me see, victim is already a member of administrators, so both are power users. But when we create first of all a user, it's being created as a normal user. It do not have the administrator or the power permissions. So if you want, you can add it later on to administrators group as well if you want, else by default it would be a normal user. So I hope you liked this video and thank you for watching.